Sam Schaefer here with Sam Schaefer Numismatics. Now, I just recorded a video a couple days ago about Walking Liberty half dollars, opening original roll, and I mentioned a couple times in the video about a couple coins that would benefit from being dipped. Now, when it comes to dipping coins, it's kind of a dangerous game. And not because the process of dipping is inherently dangerous, but posting about it, where it can be used in the wrong way, is a dangerous game. And so I do approach this video cautiously, but I think it's very important to be transparent and important to give people real information and correct information so that we can protect and also, really optimize the condition of our coins out there. Now, dip is a permanent process, so I'm going to be very clear about that. There is no going back. What toning you see on the coin is no longer going to be there, and you're never going to see it again. So dipping has to be done with the full understanding that the coin is going to be entering a new and permanent state of eye appeal, and all you can do is try and make your best educational guess as to whether or not the coin is a good candidate. And for most of us who do this professionally, it gets pretty easy after enough repetition. But if you're somebody new and you're like, I really want to try dipping a coin, be careful, because it's in the beginning. It's going to seem a little confusing, and I hope that this video will shed some light on that. So here is one of the coins that I've decided I'm going to dip. Now, this is actually one of the end roll toners, which I really don't like to dip the end roll toners for a number of reasons. One, because oftentimes their originality can actually be pretty, even if it's kind of just plain crusty. Another reason I don't want to dip these usually is because the toning is much thicker, and it may actually not come off real well. But I think it's light enough on this coin, and I think the eye appeal is bad enough because of the black spots, that this coin would truly benefit from a dip. And so I'm going to go through that process, and I really want you to take a good look at how the coin looks now versus how it looks once the dip has taken place. So if you're someone who has, heard about dipping and you've heard, misinformation that it's just cleaning and it's wrong and it's ruining coins, pay close attention to how this coin changes, because dip is misunderstood, and, it leads to a lot of bad information out there. So, alright, so the next step, and when it comes to dipping coins, you're going to need a few materials. You're going to need, obviously, the dip itself. And I use this E-Zest coin cleaner, which says for copper, gold, and silver, although I really would not use it for gold or copper. Copper coins are going to turn pink most of the time, and gold coins, although they may turn sort of blast yellow, it's going to be sort of a straw yellow. You're going to lose the beautiful natural patina of old gold, especially. The older the gold, the more you need to leave it alone, because the crusty original little hues of orange peel and rose and green that you get on there are highly prized. Now, dip is a dangerous substance. It has, down here, you can see the main contents are thioria, if I'm saying that right, and sulfuric acid. Basically, this stuff can be fatal. As you see, the vapor is harmful, and it's harmful or fatal if swallowed. So, very important that you keep this stuff away from animals, from young children, that you use it in a well-ventilated area. Now, I am doing one coin here, and just to show you how this works. So, I'm doing this in my office. Normally, I would do dipping in the bathroom, where I have a well-ventilated area, and I have a running sink to work with. But for this presentation, I am going to simply just use these two cups. So, what you need to do, it's a very simple process actually, and what I use to grip the coin is a pair of body-piercing forceps. Now, these I purchased off eBay, and I guess you could, well, I don't know where else you'd get them, to be honest. Maybe a body-piercing store, but Yeah, I don't know. I just like them because that the ends of them are perfect for basically gripping the coins and by the rim, and you're not worrying about then getting fingerprints, you're not worried about you getting your hand inside the dip, and you're not worried about anything touching the main surface of the coin. I sometimes see coin tongs that have rubber stoppers on the end, and I don't like those, or like rubber sleeves that cover up this part, because yes, I understand that that is a little safer because it's not metal on metal, but those actually tend to leave toning spots because the metal and the water cannot get underneath the rubber stoppers, but the water can travel underneath the body piercing tong. So I definitely prefer these. And once you are ready to dip the coin, go ahead and place it into the forceps, or the tongs as I call them. And then we're going to come over here to the dip. And a coin like this probably need to have a moderate rinse. Some of them need longer ones than others. And once that's done, I'm going to tap that dip off there. Give the coin a nice long rinse. Normally I do this under, again, flowing water, but just to show what this looks like. And then the key here is going to be to actually sort of pad the coin dry. And you have to be careful doing this not to get any hairlines on there. So really just literally pressing and patting. Don't slide anything across there. Just press and pad. Okay, I'll put this back on here. And let's take a look at this coin and see if it's better. So, and now we have the finished product. And we have what we call a blast white Walking Liberty. And this thing is absolutely radiant now. And this is a coin that I think most of you watching would have absolutely no issue having in your collection. It's just a matter of whether somebody told you it was dipped or not. Now, some of you know this, and it's not shocking, but others, are maybe watching this and maybe surprised. But that's all dipping is. And it's not something you can do on every coin. It really takes the right candidate. It's not for circulated coins. It's not really for copper or for gold. But it's for mint condition silver coins that have unattractive toning. That's really the only time that I would ever use this. And one thing of note here, as you can see out in that right field, there's some cuts on this coin that I didn't see before. And that's one downside of dipping, actually, is that toning can definitely hide marks very well. So be very careful when conserving coins that you're not actually going to be adding marks, because sometimes it's better to leave the toning than to have the marks. But in this case, I think it's a good example that really shows how much the coin can benefit from this. We don't have those black spots anymore, and that was very detrimental to the eye appeal. And now we have a nice blast white, just frosty, awesome coin. So this is kind of an A+ result on the dip. It doesn't always work this well. Sometimes coins just don't dip out, as we like to say. The coin just doesn't dip out. And that's okay. The worst thing you can do is continue to dip a coin, because eventually you're going to eat into the surface of that coin and destroy it permanently. You're going to ruin the luster of it. So really, it's just 1 or 2 dips and then you're done. And hope for the best, basically. But if you're someone who has questions about this, or perhaps you found a coin collection and you're going through it and you think some of the coins really, they're dirty and they need to be cleaned, be very, very careful, because cleaning coins is not good, and it's actually a way to really hurt the value. When it's done properly, when a professional does it, it can be very beneficial to your coins. So this is something to keep in mind. Again, if you've inherited a coin collection, you may find booking some time with me to go over it and answer questions like this may help you, because what we don't want is to have something like this. This is a coin that's been improperly cleaned. At one point, this coin was, potentially, pretending here, I mean, the coin's pretty clean, so let's imagine, and not in a good way, but there's not many marks, so let's pretend that this coin graded MS67. You know, it's not out of the question. MS66, I think it definitely was at some point in its day. As clean as that cheek is, you know, you're looking at a $500 plus coin. In MS67, you're looking at several $1,000s. And somebody took and cleaned this coin in a very improper way and ruined all the value. You know, for instance, what you're seeing here, you see those hairlines? So that's actually little scratches in the metal. This is what happens when somebody uses an abrasive to clean the coin. See, when we're dipping the coin, all we're doing is putting into a chemical substance. When it comes to abrasive cleaning, you're actually permanently impairing the luster of the coin. You are effectively making the coin worse. So that's why it's really important to avoid this. If you have any questions, again, please don't hesitate to reach out, you know, and go easy on me in the comments, guys. You know, it takes a lot of courage to put videos out here like this, to really be helpful on subjects like this. And I certainly appreciate your likes, comments, shares, your feedback. I really enjoy bringing the content to you guys. And again, this is Sam with Sam Schaefer Numismatics, located on Indianapolis's northwest side. We are here 6 days a week off of Counselors Boulevard, which is right off of 96th Street and Keystone in the Regis HQ building. And we're by appointment only, but we handle all of your coin needs, whether you're a buyer, seller, whether you just have questions. We're here to serve, and I'm just more than happy to help anyone that I can. So, again, Sam Schaefer with Sam Schaefer Numismatics, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Happy collecting, everyone.